Single-player games coming in 2026 are bringing bigger stories, richer worlds, and more focused solo experiences. These titles highlight cinematic presentation, deeper gameplay systems, and strong character-driven journeys. Let's jump right in. John Wick game features an original story set within the John Wick timeline, with Keanu Reeves returning for the character's voice and likeness. The design includes a gun-fu combat system built around fast shooting, close quarters takedowns, and cinematic camera work. Players will move through a range of locations while completing missions tied to both familiar and new characters. The game also includes driving sequences that connect combat encounters across different environments.
He must be versatile, capable, adaptable. He must be grounded, stable, constant. I believe you are ready, sir.
Yeah.
Silent Hill Townfall places Simon Ordell in a first-person survival scenario on the fog-covered island of St. Amelia as he returns to resolve his connection to the town. Gameplay revolves around tense evasion, short bursts of combat, and story-driven puzzles that reveal fragments of the past. Players use a limited set of weapons and tools, including a handheld CRT television that tunes into unstable signals to uncover clues. The structure mixes survival mechanics with narrative puzzles while moving through abandoned locations across the island.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different. I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
you can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Project Windless is an open-world action RPG set in a dark fantasy age within the universe of The Bird That Drinks Tears, where players control a hero king from the bird-like Recon race. Combat is built around fast melee attacks, tactical boss encounters, and large-scale battles that use proprietary technology to place thousands of active NPCs on screen at once. The protagonist can switch between weapons such as swords and heavy spears while adapting to different combat situations. The structure is non-linear, with shifting alliances and political conflicts that react to player actions across a continent-wide war.
Yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of
of purity, little king.
That's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Resident Evil Requiem features a survival horror structure built around 2 playable characters, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft and agent Leon S. Kennedy, whose stories connect during a new investigation linked to past outbreaks. Gameplay combines combat, resource management, environmental puzzles, and investigative sequences across infected locations tied to Raccoon City. Players can switch between first-person and third-person views to approach encounters in different ways. The structure alternates between the 2 characters, each with distinct abilities and scenarios that shape the flow of the campaign.
Did you find anything on Opus?
Not yet. Nothing on the servers at the CIA or the Pentagon.
You are an ignorant fool.
Leon, we're running out of time.
Why me?
The team has settled on a person of interest. A former T-virus researcher.
Because my master made you who you are.
Raccoon City was where it all began for me.
I'm coming with you.
We can talk. What do you want to know?
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Yeah.
Is this a memory from Lamarak's past?
Tides of Annihilation is a fantasy action-adventure set in a ruined version of modern London after an otherworldly invasion. Players control Gwendolyn and fight through enemy groups using a combat system built around summoning spectral knights. Each knight has different skills that can be combined into coordinated attacks. The story moves across distorted city areas, with large boss battles against towering knights that must be climbed and defeated.
You're insane!
You know not of what you speak. Accept your defeat. Beware!
Lamarak! She's created another folded realm.
cannot trust you, Ultima. But this spear can. Take the spear.
She's human again!
It seems you do have the capacity to surprise us. Not enough. Change or wreck this. Even with your new ally, we end this here.
Follow me, Edie!
Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
Tyranno Canine! You will not escape justice! Justice! There is only the King's will!
Go to hell!
Foolish night, and your foolish fun. Faced with the agony of truth, you choose the comfort of lies. Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal. Your loyalty has condemned this man.
Black Myth Zhong is a single-player action role-playing game inspired by the Chinese folklore figure known as the ghost-catching god who moves between hell and earth. Players take control of Zhong in a combat-driven structure built around melee attacks, abilities, and encounters with supernatural enemies. The design centers on character progression, weapon skills, and battles against mythological threats while moving through story-driven locations tied to the legend. The game serves as a new entry in the Black Myth series. Defect is a cyberpunk SWAT-style shooter set in a dystopian city controlled by an authoritarian AI known as the System. Players choose between police units, rogue forces, or gangs, and complete multi-objective missions such as arrests, assassinations, and smuggling operations. The structure supports single-player, co-op, and competitive modes, including 4 team matches with shifting objectives. Gameplay centers on squad coordination, advanced weapons, and tactical movement across different city sectors.
I sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
Kena Scars of Kosmora continues the story of Kena as a more experienced spirit guide who travels to a new land while dealing with a broken staff that once sustained her life. Gameplay builds around combat, puzzle solving, and environmental movement while using elemental spirit companions with different abilities. Kena must learn a new form of spirit guiding that uses alchemy to manipulate elemental powers. Progression moves through structured regions with story events tied to her search for answers.
That temple has been sealed as long as I can remember. Dangerous corruption was locked inside, along with the secrets of a forgotten practice. Spirit guides here once used alchemy to cleanse corruption. Maybe you can do the same.
Fear will bind you, gripping to the present, which must always pass. Regret will bind you, longing for the past you cannot change. Love will bind you, yearning for a future you will not see.
Fable is an open-world action RPG set in the land of Albion, where players create a hero and shape their reputation through combat, relationships, and personal choices. The combat system combines melee weapons, ranged attacks, and magic against bandits, creatures, and classic enemies from the series. Players can earn money through jobs, own property, build families, and interact with townsfolk across different regions. Actions affect how characters react, and how the hero's reputation develops over time.
Welcome to the last Crimson Desert Features overview video. Pywell isn't just a continent of...
Crimson Desert is an open-world action-adventure set on the continent of Pywell, where players control the mercenary Cliff as he searches for his scattered comrades. Combat uses swords, spears, bows, and special abilities in fast encounters against soldiers, creatures, and large bosses. Players travel across towns, plains, mountains, and ruins while gathering resources, crafting gear, and using mounts or gliding to reach new areas. The structure combines story missions, side activities, and large-scale battles across the continent.
A stretch of land in Hernan that serves as the faction's new base after Payloon is lost to the Black Bears.
Grab them! Bind them all!
Its beginnings may be humble, but over time, you'll be able to expand the camp with funds and resources that you acquire on your travels. With these upgrades, the camp will become more than just a place to rest. Here, you can prepare for the journeys ahead. Prepare meals at camp that will keep up your health.
It's about time you got hungry.
Or purchase provisions from the camp vendor. You can also go a step further and produce the resources needed for cooking and crafting yourself by working the camp's ranch and farm. A helpful option when resources are in short supply.
So this is all now, eh?
The camp is also the foothold for rebuilding the Greymane faction, and building it is the starting point in the journey to reclaiming the Greymane's lost homeland of Paleum. The comrades you reunite with along your journey will come here to regroup, while others will hear news of the camp and arrive of their own accord. These Greymanes can take on several roles. They can be dispatched to locations across Pywell where missions can be found. Having your comrades complete these missions will grant you with currency and resources such as wood and ore, and materials required for cooking and alchemy. Greymanes can also be dispatched to blockaded locations and help to whittle down enemy ranks even while you're in other parts of Pywell. Your journey will inevitably take you to the villages, towns, and cities of Pywell's various regions. Here, shops and vendors offer everything from daily provisions to a range of equipment and materials. A blacksmith can forge a new weapon to replace the one you've carried since Hernand, while a tailor ensures you're properly outfitted for the journeys ahead.
Oh, your wardrobe tells your story.
But commerce is only one part of life.
I'll do the same for you someday. This is for you. Good health to you. My words of praise must seem shallow.
There are residents here who are in need of someone to hear their requests. Some may need protection from bandits. Others may ask you to deliver goods, or help track down a missing person. These stories unfold alongside the region's larger tales, offering a glimpse into the everyday lives of those who live in Pywell. Spend a little time in these locations and soak in the atmosphere. Meet residents, both good and bad. Catch whispers of rumors from the locals, or engage in lighter diversions along the way. Just be mindful of the law. Harmful actions can turn residents and guards hostile, making travel more difficult as you're forced to fight your way through, pay fines, or even serve time in jail. Beyond the towns and cities, you'll also encounter people and come upon locations that draw you into new adventures. Like a town hidden away, home to some unusual residents.
I don't think. Let's move them.
Or locations that, whether through mechanical or mystical means, require fixing. So take in life apart from the battles and wilderness of Pywell and explore its towns, cities, and beyond. They can provide resources, new stories, or even just moments of levity in your journey. Cooking will be one of your essential activities. Food can replenish or temporarily strengthen your health, spirit, and stamina, giving you the edge in exploration or battle. Along your travels, you'll find bonfires and cooking recipes that allow you to prepare hearty meals. Fishing and hunting will provide the ingredients these recipes require, while items like flowers and insects can be used in alchemy to brew medicines that enhance your combat capabilities. Other activities, like mining and gathering, will also yield materials for crafting and upgrading your equipment. You can also craft more advanced and specialized tools with valuable resources you uncover on your journey. Shaping your daily life in Pywell also extends to customizing your character. At camp, you can adjust hairstyles and tattoos, as well as your outfits using dyes. A wide variety of dyes can be discovered throughout the world or brewed through alchemy, so experiment with the different color combinations available. And that wraps up the Crimson Desert Features Overview series. We've explored Pywell and its stories and characters, the combat and progression, and the activities that make up life in Crimson Desert. We hope that this series has given you a better understanding of the game. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Pywell.
Assassin's Creed Hexe is a darker entry set during the 16th century witch trials in the Holy Roman Empire, with a female protagonist named Elsa. The structure is more linear and stealth-focused, moving away from large open-world systems. Gameplay centers on sneaking through hostile areas, avoiding detection, and using limited tools while dealing with paranoia, persecution, and possible supernatural elements. The design puts stronger attention on atmosphere, tight missions, and a more intimate story. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic is a single-player, third-person action RPG set near the end of the Old Republic era, long before the Skywalker timeline. Players control a customizable character in a story built around dialogue choices and light or dark side alignment. Combat uses lightsabers, force abilities, and companion support during missions across different planets. The structure centers on character decisions, branching story paths, and relationships with allies and factions.
Fighting longer than I can remember.
Marvel's Wolverine is a single-player action-adventure centered on Logan, a mutant with retractable claws, heightened senses, and a powerful healing factor. Combat is built around close-range attacks, brutal takedowns, and quick movement through enemy encounters. The story draws from the X-Men mythos and features characters such as Mystique, Omega Red, and the Sentinels. The structure follows a standalone narrative while sharing continuity with Insomniac's other Marvel titles.
But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me. As I
door!
Directive 8020 is a cinematic sci-fi horror adventure set aboard the colony ship Cassiopeia after it crash lands on a distant planet. Players guide a group of astronauts while making story decisions that branch into different paths and endings. Gameplay combines stealth, quick reactions, and improvised weapons to survive an alien organism that can mimic the crew. The structure revolves around character choices, trust between survivors, and tense encounters in the ship's dark corridors.
Not one goddamn step.
It's me, please.
Better be a fucking alien.
Please!
The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Control Resonant is an action-adventure RPG set in a warped Manhattan, where players control Dylan Faden during a major paranatural crisis. Combat uses telekinetic powers, elemental abilities, and a shape-shifting melee weapon that can change forms during fights. Players move through altered city zones filled with supernatural threats while upgrading abilities through a progression system. The structure combines combat, character growth, and story missions tied to Dylan's search for his identity and his sister.
Director of Control Resonant, the game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before. We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around him. Here we are showcasing a set of different forms of Dylan's main weapon, the Aberrant, can take, and his supernatural abilities. There are a lot of different ones you can discover to suit your playstyle. While in combat, we encourage you to play aggressively, balancing between melee attacks and abilities.
Any updates for me?
Kind of. You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
Almost there, Zoe. What the hell is that thing? I hear something. I know where the Resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date, and we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA, is somehow becoming detached and floating away.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn is a third-person action RPG set in the 24th century solar system, where players control a customizable mercenary captain caught in a conspiracy after a lockdown on the asteroid Eros. Gameplay combines cover-based gunplay, abilities, and real-time commands to 2 active companions during missions. The player manages a crew aboard a personal ship, with relationships and decisions affecting the story. Missions take place across locations like Mars, Ceres, and Ganymede, while choices shape alliances and outcomes.
Mag boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Alcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but have to adapt it. Pre-realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you hear more than Austiners do, but far less than in atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
The mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On pink water meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
Lords of the Fallen 2 is a Souls-like action RPG set a century after the previous game, with a kingdom resisting forces from the Umbral Realm. Combat is faster and more grounded, with heavier animations, close-range executions, and dismemberment during fights. Players move between the living realm of Axiom and the dead realm of Umbral, using the dual-world system to solve paths and confront enemies. The structure includes large boss encounters, solo play, co-op progression, and optional PvP. Halo Campaign Evolved is a rebuilt version of the original campaign, retelling the story of Master Chief after he crash lands on the ring world known as Halo. Gameplay uses classic first-person shooting with a mix of weapons, vehicles, and enemy types across different missions. The campaign includes updated controls, new prequel missions, and additional weapons that change combat options. Players can complete the story alone or in online co-op with up to 4 players.
Gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marine! Somebody go to a warthog.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Rock and roll! Rock and roll!
Give them hell, Chief.
Brace yourself!
Bond is immature and reckless.
007 First Light is an espionage action-adventure that follows a young James Bond during his training in the MI600 program. Missions involve stealth, gunfights, gadget use, and close-quarters combat while tracking a rogue agent and a wider conspiracy. Players can approach objectives quietly with infiltration and deception, or engage directly with weapons and vehicles. The structure revolves around story-driven missions, different locations, and replayable scenarios with modifiers.
Need I state the obvious? He is not ready.
James, the service is over.
You're a rare breed, Bond. I should be interested to see what you do next.
009 will employ every manner of subterfuge to avoid capture.
Try not to draw attention to yourself.
Me? Housekeeping, I presume?
You seem the kind of guy who knows what he likes.
So you won't do anything stupid?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot.
Agents have very short life expectancy. And if you do get caught, we will deny ever having heard of you. How does that sound?
When do I start?
Lord of the Mysteries is an open-world MMORPG set in a Victorian-era steampunk setting with Lovecraftian themes, based on the original web novel. Players create a character and progress through the Beyonder class system by choosing different pathways with unique abilities. Combat uses action-oriented skills while missions, dungeons, and PvP zones offer different challenges. The structure also includes guild battles, role-based progression through the acting method, and a sanity system that affects character stability.
果然非凡之事没那么容易找到，还害我看了2本侦探小说，累死我了。光靠图书馆借来的书肯定找不到。对了，去地下市场转转吧。约瑟夫的旧书店也许又有好东西了。学习非凡知识，就是得靠非凡手段。就现在，出发！ 今天天气真好啊！不好好逛逛，怎么对得起难得的好阳光？人生啊，就应该好好虚度。呀，好热闹，居然有巡游活动！但今天不是什么特殊的节日啊，谁这么大手笔？加德列百货，丰盛的选择。哦，加德列百货公司，这不是贝克兰德的大百货公司吗？ 难不成要来停更开分店了？真不错，以后买东西更方便了。啊，银质的纽扣，羊皮手工靴子，天鹅羽毛笔，就是我的钱包可要遭扎碎了。快到铁十字街的市场了，这里的瓜果物美价廉，对我的钱包更友好。 不舍先生。
哟，米娅小姐，来块新鲜的后腿肉嘛，上等的黑猪肉。哈哈哈哈！哎，
好啊，我晚餐的时候再来。听说卖猪肉的布彻先生以前是廷赣大学文学系的学生。廷大大学生卖猪肉，这事儿当年还上过《老实人报》的头版头条。前面就是工厂区了，工厂的烟囱把天都熏黑了。哎，快要下雨了，得快点了。地下市场藏在恶龙酒吧里，如果没有熟客指路，普通人根本找不到。恶龙酒吧以黑啤酒和拳击闻名，每次开赛擂台前都坐满了人，真搞不懂这种野蛮活动有什么好看的。下午好，
是米娅小姐啊，进去吧。
看门人汤姆，看着5大3粗，其实是个妻管严。之前喝醉被老婆拿羽毛掸子追到铁十字街，被我救了下来。从此我进地下市场就方便多了。万能的地下市场，我来了。
这位小姐，看看我们的狒狒背包吧，纯手工的，只卖3苏勒6便士。
不用了，谢谢。奇怪了，这不是地下黑市吗？怎么还卖这种儿童产品？
下午好。
下午好啊，约瑟夫先生。上次托您留意的书有货吗？
刚淘来的好货。偶遇灵界生物的100点。
这本书确实有非凡力量的残留，不过老板的肝脏看起来不太健康。老规矩，打个8折吧。
你呀，不给你打折，你又要跟我磨半个钟头了。你这砍价的劲头啊，跟我以前一个老主顾很像。
啊，对了，约瑟夫先生，要注意肝脏健康，少喝点黑啤酒哦。
我的个女神啊！我偷喝了2杯也能看出来。现在的大学生就是厉害。
这位小姐，你再考虑考虑。你看看这手艺，这质感，绝对配得上你的气质。给你便宜点，
不用了，谢谢。
怎么样？
不是，我堂堂廷赣大学高材生，怎么会背这么优质的包？
哎，2苏了，你拿走。
下午好啊，卡卡先生。
下午好啊，大学生。想听点什么？
故乡的小茉莉。
得嘞。
Port Desire, a city that don't belong to anyone, but everyone wants a piece.
No Law is a first-person cyberpunk action RPG set in the port city of Port Desire, where players control former soldier Gray Harker after a violent incident pulls him back into conflict. Missions can be approached through stealth or direct gunfights using tactical tools, upgrades, and vertical movement across the city. The structure revolves around story choices that affect characters, paths, and outcomes. Progress involves exploring different districts, completing missions, and shaping events through decisions.
There is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple. You reap what you sow.
Phantom Blade Zero is an action RPG set in a dark wuxia-inspired world, where players control Soul, a warrior with 66 days left to live after being framed for his master's death. Combat revolves around fast martial arts techniques, weapon combinations, and special Phantom Edge abilities. Players collect weapons from defeated enemies and learn their signature moves to expand their combat options. The structure follows story missions, conspiracies, and duels across shifting environments.
No one goes near that place, at least not anymore, but you. My darkness.
I knew it. You'd never break so easily. But why did you come back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once. They won't fail again.
Please, take it. Save our people. The girl's nothing but a shell now. She'll never be the same.
You broke my blade.
But we broke your spirit!
Phantom is movement, striking from where none expect. Blade is breath. We channel it into steel, turning any blade into a divine weapon. When Phantom and Blade unite, no enemy stands. Who are you?
God of War Trilogy Remake is a collection that rebuilds the original God of War, God of War 2, and God of War 3 with updated visuals and systems. Players control Kratos through story-driven levels based on Greek mythology using chain blades, magic abilities, and brutal melee combat. Each campaign features boss battles, environmental puzzles, and progression tied to weapons and powers. The structure preserves the original narratives while updating the gameplay across all three titles.
Hey, what's happening, fam? It is OGTC, the original God of War. How y'all doing today? I'm so glad you're hanging out, and I want you to know as we close out this last few months of the God of War's 20th anniversary, I'm thrilled to bring you some exciting news about the series today. Now look, we are happy and excited to finally confirm that, the Greek Trilogy Remake is now in development. Yeah, man, I know. Sit down. Now look, this project is still in the early stages, so it'll be a minute before we get back to share another update, right? But I'm telling you, next time we come back, we coming with something big, baby. Yeah. So, closing, I want to say thank you. Thank you all for your patience. You've been waiting, so thank you for your patience. But most of all, I want to thank you all for supporting this God of War franchise all these years. Appreciate you. Peace.
Am I dead?
Oh, yes.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is an action game set in Edo-era Kyoto, where a samurai uses the mystical Oni Gauntlet to battle demonic Genma creatures. Combat centers on close-range swordplay, timed counters, and special abilities granted by the Gauntlet. Players move through different stages filled with enemies, traps, and story events tied to the samurai's purpose. The structure combines linear combat encounters with progression tied to weapons and supernatural powers.
That's an Oni Gauntlet.
Musashi! Gundy! This thing's made me so damn strong.
Musashi, I cannot apologize enough for dragging you down this path against your will.
If I take this gauntlet off, I'll be a bloody mess on the floor anyway.
This isn't what you promised, Gauntlet.
My troop was attacked, and one of our members is missing. Save this world.
Fighting Genma wasn't the path I'd planned, but who knows? Maybe it'll be worth my while.
Well said!
What in the... Get a hold of yourself! Are you a man or a beast? Getting strong because of some gauntlet. That's not strength.
I'm gonna eat all the souls you got in there.
Turns out, Miyamoto Musashi was just a brute with a sword after all.
Being tough isn't enough. A warrior meditates on what strength really means.
Enjoying your new toys, I see.
Guardian!
Hey, Musashi!
Ill is a first-person survival horror game set inside a research fort overrun by a mysterious force and grotesque creatures. Combat uses firearms and melee weapons with a detailed dismemberment system and realistic physics that affect both enemies and the environment. Players must manage inventory, repair or upgrade weapons, and craft items to survive encounters. The structure combines tense combat, environmental puzzles, and story events as the protagonist searches for someone important.
Hello?
Aphelion is a third-person sci-fi action-adventure set on the frozen planet Persephone, where astronaut Ariane searches for her injured partner after a crash landing. Gameplay uses traversal tools like a grappling hook, oxygen gear, and navigation devices to cross dangerous terrain. Sections alternate between Ariane's movement-focused segments and Thomas's investigation-based survival sequences. The structure combines stealth encounters, environmental hazards, and story missions as both characters try to reunite.
The Hope 1 shuttle has crashed on Persephone. I lost contact with Dr. Montclair.
Hang on, Thomas. I got this.
Oh, shit.
hell?
It's stalking me. Crap, no! Oh no, 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 no. Mission control. Anybody copy? Holy shit. What are you?
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an open-world dark fantasy action RPG set in 14th century Europe, where players control Cohen, a man who lives as a human by day and a vampire by night. Each form offers different combat abilities, including swordplay, magic, and supernatural powers. Time advances with every quest, forcing players to choose which characters to help and which paths to ignore. The structure combines open-world missions, shifting abilities, and story outcomes shaped by player decisions.
To kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker. Trapped between the two worlds. Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you. Growing.
Tyndalston.
Samson is an action-adventure set in the city of Tyndalston, where players control a man trying to repay a dangerous debt while his sister is used as leverage. Gameplay combines close-range brawler combat with weaponized driving during chases and missions across different districts. An action point system limits how many tasks can be completed, while daily quotas and law pressure affect progress. The structure ties combat, driving, upgrades, and choices to a time-based story.
You can't outrun debt. You can't freeze interest. You can curl up and die in the street. Or you can fight the fuck back.
OD is a horror project directed by Hideo Kojima and co-written with Jordan Peele, built around the idea of testing a player's fear threshold. The design experiments with a different structure that may resemble an anthology, with segments created by multiple directors. Early footage shows characters moving through dark locations using light sources while reacting to strange sounds and events. The structure aims to present different types of fear through interactive scenarios and cinematic sequences. A Whisper of Fall Jinyiwei is an action RPG set during the late Ming Dynasty, where players control an undercover agent working inside the Imperial Guard. Gameplay combines martial arts combat, stealth movement across rooftops, and investigative tasks tied to different factions. The character uses a deduction ability to foresee possible outcomes and identify suspects during cases. The structure moves through sandbox-style levels, with missions, shifting timelines, and choices that affect alliances and results.
在肚皮内容是好一个明察秋毫。料敌在前，发先至。
先生可曾听闻千眼之术？
站住！今天这儿被王府包了，不见外客。别动！
追不上了。夜里的兵丁果然受了训。
王爷有时就回府，咱们怎么还在这当值啊？哎，别乱说。大人，我家的令牌。有刺客，快来人！
未曾想到，当年跑船的脚夫。 如今竟已如此，
还不止如此。
我多好啊！
一味子东西也敢抢，找死！谁也成全你！
这么多人，一个荒唐小儿，也敢欺我！
走到这最后一步，还有谁可以帮你？
一定有办法。这个办法不在庙堂，在那些没人在意的地方，在那些籍籍无名之辈身上。相信会拨云见日，找到答案。
You must never lose faith.
Valor Mortis is a first-person, Souls-like action RPG set in an alternate 19th century Europe where players control a fallen soldier revived with supernatural powers. Combat revolves around parries, dashes, finishers, and different weapon types while using abilities fueled by a mysterious plague. Each death feeds progression, encouraging repeated attempts against powerful enemies. The structure combines challenging combat encounters, environmental secrets, and story missions tied to the cause of the plague.
This isn't war. This is damnation.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is an open-world action-adventure set in the state of Leonida, where players control criminal duo Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. Gameplay revolves around missions that include robberies, driving, shootouts, and other criminal activities across cities, wetlands, and coastal areas. Players can freely move through the world between story objectives, interacting with characters and events. The structure combines narrative missions with open-world systems tied to crime, vehicles, and character actions.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey. Hands above your head, now!
You, stay. The new beginnings.
You break the news, isn't it? Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shots for me!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this, you're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like, back!
You and me, Lou. We got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby! My city!
Come to Bill's Annihilation today. We got more guns than all allowed.
Hey.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
Beast of Reincarnation is an action RPG set in post-apocalyptic Japan, where players control Emma and her dog companion Ku. Combat combines real-time sword attacks from Emma with command-based abilities for Ku, creating a mix of action and tactical inputs. Players customize their approach through skill trees, gear, and spirit stones, while facing enemies and large bosses across ruined landscapes. The structure revolves around their bond, progression, and the hunt for powers tied to major foes.
That's the Earth.
Pragmata is a science fiction action-adventure set in a lunar research station where astronaut Hugh and an android named Diana must work together to survive. Gameplay combines third-person shooting with a hacking system handled through Diana, requiring players to manage both characters during encounters. Combat involves disabling enemy defenses through hacking while using weapons to finish fights. The structure mixes combat, puzzles, and traversal as the pair move through different sections of the station.
When I was young, I was in an orphanage. I was a lot like you. I had a few bumps along the way. But I had someone looking out for me. And now it's your turn.
Removal time exceeding estimates. Deploying reinforcements.
What in the...
14 Years of Flames is a story-driven first-person shooter set during the Second Sino-Japanese War, where players control 7 different characters across 16 historical battles. Gameplay uses period-accurate weapons, vehicles, and equipment while moving through varied combat scenarios based on real locations. Each chapter focuses on a different character and battlefield, showing separate perspectives of the conflict. The structure connects these missions into a single campaign that follows 14 years of war.
我们的追求一致，过上舒服的生活，不是吗？看看曼德如今的繁荣与进步，我们的都是亚细亚同胞兄弟，共保和平，才能共荣大东亚。周队长已经加入了我们，赵兄弟要是不嫌弃，就请来担任皇协军队长。今天晚上，我们得先去喝2杯，然后再。
They're combing the streets.
Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is a story-driven action-adventure set in occupied Paris during World War II, where players control an ensemble cast including Captain America, Black Panther, Gabriel Jones, and Denali. Missions combine combat, stealth, and traversal, as the characters work together to stop the rise of Hydra. Each playable character brings different abilities and perspectives to the campaign. The structure alternates between these characters while following a single narrative across wartime locations.
Loose in Paris.
3, counting you.
And that's 2 too many.
I'll be there before the sun rises. Before the Germans, before that American. The Eye of Force has been found.
Please, just stick to the rooftops. Be careful, stand wasami.
When am I not?
It's better if I tackle this one alone.
You may encounter some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American boy is right on your heels.
Who the hell are you?
If you wanted us dead, we'd be dead. So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand aside!
I do not take orders from anyone! I don't have time for this. Neither do I.
Fatekeeper is a first-person action RPG built around sword combat, spell casting, and character progression across different regions filled with ruins and enemies. Players develop their character through attributes, combat styles, and spell schools while collecting weapons, armor, and relics. Encounters require timing, preparation, and adapting tactics to different enemy patterns. The structure combines a focused narrative path with side areas, hidden lore, and equipment-based progression.
Koranchi, Falumak Hokre Horitoma. Takawun Kal Rokushi, Washikotan.
Exodus is a sci-fi action-adventure RPG set 40,000 years in the future, where players take the role of a traveler searching for celestial technology to help humanity survive. Missions take place across different planets, combining third-person combat, special abilities, and companion support against creatures, rival factions, and celestials. Time dilation causes long-term changes between missions, altering societies, and outcomes based on player actions. The structure ties combat, crew relationships, and decisions to generational consequences.
Child of Orion, fulfill the purpose for which you were crafted, and seize your destiny.
Our world is dying. You are the only one who can wield celestial tech and find a cure.
Well, that's terrifying.
But with the right ship and the right crew, you could save all of us.
I was on an alien world. Felt like I was finally doing what I was made for.
Thank you, June.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. And we will fight to protect it.
The fight for survival has consequences. How far are you willing to venture? How much are you willing to sacrifice to save your world?
Damn, kid. No pressure there.
Finishing the mission. Keeping people safe. Oh, my John.
Saros is a third-person action game that mixes shooter, bullet hell, and roguelike mechanics as players control Enforcer Arjun Devraj on the planet Carcosa. Combat uses the Soltari shield to block attacks, absorb projectile energy, and convert it into powerful weapons. Each death resets the run, but allows permanent upgrades to weapons and suit abilities for future attempts. Progress involves repeated missions, hologram discoveries, and loadout improvements across multiple playthroughs.
shape-shifting planet of Carcosa. As you encounter a variety of ever more brutal hostiles, death is inevitable. But in Saros, death only means that you will come back stronger. Welcome to the Passage. You are not on your own. Interacting with the survivors of Echelon 4 will help you understand the mysteries of Carcosa.
I can't believe so many are gone.
They didn't all die. Some of them changed.
This is Primary, the voice of Soltari. Here you can engage with our permanent progression systems to upgrade your armor's attributes and acquire special perks. With Carcosan modifiers, you can adjust your experience by, for example, making hostiles tougher, weaker, or even removing the second chance ability entirely. However, all adjustments you choose must be kept in balance to ensure a consistent challenge level. Primary also allows you to teleport directly to any biome that you have unlocked. This means getting back into the action quicker. It also means easier replayability the further you get into the world. Using the teleport, you can now quickly restart the selected biome and get back to where you were. And now it's time to take another shot at what killed you the first time around. Eventually, you come across an alien device. By using it, you discover that it calls the Eclipse. The Eclipse corrupts the world. It's a complete escalation of our gameplay, our audio, and our visuals on Carcosa. Hostiles now shoot corrupted projectiles, which reduce your maximum armor integrity, but you can restore it by using your power weapon. Weapons and artifacts also become corrupted, which alters them in both positive and negative ways, which ramps up the challenge. We can't wait for you to play Saros when we launch on April 30, 2026.
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy is an action-adventure prequel that follows Sophia as she travels to the Minotaur's Island to uncover secrets tied to her past. Gameplay combines melee combat, stealth, and environmental puzzles, while evading soldiers and other threats. Players use agility, parries, and tools such as a sphere that manipulates light to solve obstacles. The structure alternates between present events and ancient Minoan timelines, connected to the island's curse. Squadron 42 is a single-player space combat game built around a mission-based military campaign in the Star Citizen universe. Gameplay combines cockpit dogfights, scripted objectives, and first-person story sequences across a structured narrative. Players progress through a long-form campaign that links space battles, ship operations, and character interactions. The structure centers on sequential missions, cinematic events, and combat scenarios that advance the main storyline.
Coil. Local scum use it for cover to launch attacks. This is their turf, so move when I'm moving. Keep your eyes open.
No southern moves.
Who the hell are you?
We're OMC. And OMC belongs to Sato Khan. Is that your boss? Are we supposed to be scared of him or something? Yeah.
The OMC aren't the only ones listening into comms.
All ships, we're under attack by Vandal forces. Repeat, we are under attack.
There have been battles. There have been losses. Each and every one of you has proven yourself time and again. We will not lose the system. We will not fall back.
Form up, Cal. You got a point. Copy that. Tally's on me. Let's say aye.
We will win. Because we have to.
The Witcher 4 is an open-world action RPG where players control Ciri as a monster hunter traveling across regions of the continent. Gameplay combines melee combat, abilities, and character builds, while moving on foot or by summoning her horse. The structure includes main quests, side missions, and open-world activities tied to player decisions. Progression focuses on flexible combat styles, equipment, and narrative choices that affect outcomes across different regions.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.